Welcome back! So, we're in chapter 12, the final chapter of Sekien Inganock. If the last few chapters have been anything to go by, we'll be done in 2 videos, this video and the next one. So, let's get things going, shall we?
雨が降り注ぐ。どれだけ雨が降ろうと変わらない。空模様だけは同じだ。暗い色の空。
Yes, it wouldn't change at all. Only the sky wouldn't change. Yes, only the sky. Everything else became twisted 10 years ago. In this city, almost everything had changed into something fantastical. The multi-tiered steam engine city, Inganock, the edge of the world. The rain poured down. She looked up at the sky from infinitely crowded street. In the city's lower tiers, one woman stood in the rain, amazed. No words. The sky was the only thing she knew. The woman was puzzled. So many things around her were warped. Everything other than herself was unfamiliar. An ideal city, based on the complete environment city plan. That was Inganock. Or at least it should have been. So what was this? The woman didn't know about the day 10 years ago. The woman didn't know how the city had warped.
ここはどこ？私は誰だったっけ？私の名前はアティ。
Attie's a fucking hottie as a human too. She looked at her face reflected in a puzzle. Her freckled face. She was proud of her white skin. The glasses she always wore. Glasses. Where did they go? It'd be bad if she lost them. All of her shillings went towards her glasses. She was an accountant in a private factory, unprotected by the allied kings and nobles, so they took up most of her wages.
頭が痛い。なんだろう。雨に濡れて風邪をひいたのかしら。
Her own face reflected in a puzzle. Gray eyes. Yes, they were still gray. Her golden right eye came after that fearsome day. On that day, at the time, the fearsome revival took place.
なんだっけ。今何を考えたのか思い出せない。
My eyes? They've always been gray. They wouldn't change to gold. That's weird. They'd never do that. She looked at her hands. For some reason, she wanted to re-examine them. Hands unused to physical work. White hands. No black fur or retractable claws or anything. No. There's no way she'd have such things.
アティクスタス。
Her own name. She whispered it absent-mindedly and looked away. It really was strange. The scenery looked different from what she knew. The city of Inganock looked quite worn down. Where was she? It was almost as if time had passed without her noticing. At least 10 years worth.
変な感覚。そんなことあるわけないのに。帰らなきゃいけない。叱られちゃう。門限7時なのに。お父さんとお母さん心配する。帰らなきゃ。
She ought to have a home to return to. She ought to have a mother and father who loved her. There was nothing to be anxious about. There shouldn't have been. But this was so... Why? Why does my chest hurt so much? My heart is in pain. Painful? Why am I here?
あ、あれ、何？涙。泣いてるの？こんなに胸苦しいの？
Why am I crying so much? Almost like I lost something important to me. Someone important to me. My chest. It hurts. The black cat was gone. One shocked woman stood still in the rain, with the appearance she had from 10 years ago. Ati Kustos, bride. She just looked at the sky alone. He looked up at the unchanging gray sky. Tears poured out, one after another. I call the name of someone I don't know. The rain silently pours down. It passes through countless tears, flowing down into the sewers. A great quantity of rain poured down to the lowest tier like a waterfall. The rain kept following, like all the tears shed these past 10 years, unceasing, seeping below the ground. At the end of those countless seeping drops, there was no sea, nor was there a salt lake surrounded by city. Far, far below the enormous city of Inganock, constructed atop an expansive lake filled with artificial soil. The infinite darkness that no one in the city dared to approach, the very place where one man kept digging his holes, where the pouring rain gathered. The city's underground, within the infinite darkness that no one dared to approach, one lone man dug his holes again today. The man's name was Randolph, the Tanuki man, also called a madman. Scratch, 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 brush, 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 brush.
輝きは消え去るもまぶたの裏に残るものだ。揺れている都市が何かをささやいている。それは41の声か、41の訴えかける声。ああ、そうか。その時が来たか。間に合うのかと思ったのだ。
He called out to the darkness, the same people he'd conversed with before. The illusionary voices only he could hear down there, the children's voices. They didn't answer him. No sound came back now, only silence. Several voices, perhaps 41. He couldn't hear any of them.
そうか。あの子のところにいるのか。それは無理もないことだが、悪いことをした。私たちはまたお前たちを殺してしまう。その日その時を忘れた。愚かな私たちは41の子らへ。
Chapter 12, Inganock of the Brightest Flame. So, apparently Gee can just fucking, like, make people human again? Or was that, like, just a special case there? Because if you can just go around touching people and, like, resolving their fucking mutations, like, that's fucking crazy amazing, right?
声が聞こえると信じてた。私はずっとそう言っていた。大好きなお母さんのお腹の中にいる誰か。それはこれから生まれてくる命。それは私の弟になる男の子。
This is Kia's voice, right?
私がそう言うと家の中に笑い声。お父さんは新聞紙で顔を隠して、あのね、まだ性別はわからないのよ。だからもしかしたら妹になるのかも。きっと男の子。私わかるのよ。だってお腹の中から声が聞こえる。不思議だねとお父さんがつぶやくの。特別なことなんて何もない。私おとぎ話の魔法使いじゃないもの。兄さんみたいに運動神経も良くないし、兄さんみたいにお勉強だってできない。でもね、聞こえたの。本当に聞こえたの。お母さんの中から語りかけてくる声。明るくてちょっと生意気な男の子。その時私は普通の子だったけれど、それでも聞こえたものは聞こえたの。第8層のどこにでもある家に生まれた娘。毎日工事の音が響くけど、素敵で温かな家の女の子。 あの時の私は声のことだけ考えて、お母さんのお腹から届く声は早く生まれたいと騒いでて。名前は何がいい？私は声にそう尋ねたけれど、名前が何なのかもわからなかったみたい。だから私はお母さんとお父さんに相談して、もしも男の子だったら名前を付けさせて。残念でした。もう名前は決めてあるのよ。男の子の名前と女の子の名前をね。もうひどいわ、お母さんったら。ずるい、もう決めちゃってたなんて。私は頬を膨らませたけど、それでもいいなと思ったわ。そういうお母さんの笑顔はとっても幸せで、お父さんの横顔がなんだか恥ずかしそうで、二人とも良い顔をするものだから、それでもいいかなって思ったの。そう、名前。弟になる男の子の名前。名前忘れてなんていない。すべて私は覚えているの。
I will settle this. Once and for all. The fixer who knew every corner of infinitely crowded street, the twittering twin informants, the hackers in contact with the runners, the drug gangs rushing around the lower tier underworld. Guy walked around the lowest tiers. He used all his connections at his disposal. He searched for and gathered information from every place he could reach, and devoured it. Who in the world had done it? Attie's transfiguration, the Kikai shadow which was writhing at her back. He needed information. Who had done that to her? Guy firmly believed that someone else had intervened, so he requested help from countless informants and hackers.
無茶を言うな。人間を変異させる人間？
モンスターかクリッターかクラッキングだろ。
ドラッグが人を狂わせるって話もあるぜ。
求める情報が曖昧すぎるんだよ、ドクター。
一体誰がおかしくなって誰にやられた？
何も言わずに情報もクソもないだろうさ。
Guy searched through his memory. A monster? It wasn't that. There was no way it could have been a creature. It wasn't that. He felt nothing of that overpowering. An equation user? Impossible. They couldn't have changed the nature of one's existence. Something which changed people. He did know of such a thing, the new drug Amneral which possessed people with Kikai. However, the Grand Prince was no longer active. His insanity could no longer warp anyone within the city. Only the horrible relic of city law remained. It'd been a while since Amneral ceased to circulate. It was no longer possible to obtain it, and runners would never lay hands on the drug anyway. Her Kikai came out naturally? No, that can't be it. Guy didn't think it would be natural. The shadow behind him whispered, "That's something your enemy did." He got Attie involved. Your enemy has aimed for you. She was a victim.
敵。僕の敵。
Enemy. Who is my enemy? I was too inactive on the first day. It ended before I could gather any information. Informants and hackers merely took up time. Information on monster manifestations was nothing to him now. It held no value. Information. All he wanted was information that he could find. Something or someone who could multiply a person's present. Someone or something which could turn a person's present into a fantasy. He cancelled the equation, but it lingered in his right eye, as did information on Attie's warped body. She'd been exhibiting high temperatures and fantastical changes. I'll never forgive you. He didn't care how much money it'd take. He'd throw it all away. He'd use whatever he could to find his enemy. Money. He didn't have enough on him. He couldn't ask any more informants. He needed to replenish his supply of shillings. If he sold everything he owned, he could get a decent sum. He needed money.